So like most Tuckies, after coming and sitting in the classrooms and hearing about the challenges of starting a business, I realized that I need to get more work experience before I started a business. And I ended up going into management consulting, which was a great opportunity to apply many of the skills that I learned here at Tuck in an actual professional setting. So I spent 3 years doing that after my MBA. Coming out of consulting, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I had always been interested in the international realm, and so when an opportunity presented itself to do international corporate development work for a company that was doing affinity marketing, I jumped at the opportunity. And in that case, we were opening up offices around the world to produce affinity credit cards for American Express. So it was a great transition point out of consulting. The idea of having my own business or starting a company was something that I'm sort of loomed for a long time in the back of my head. And it wasn't until I had actually come up with a concept for a business that I was actually able to branch off and do something entrepreneurial, and that was with Brooks Pond. I launched Brooks Pond at a time where I thought there really was a need for a particular product in the market. I'm not sure I'd say that it was the right life stage for me. Many people at the time that I left my previous job thought that I was making the move because it was a desire to have a more balanced lifestyle. And the reality of entrepreneurship is that it is far from balanced. And so my role, my work as an entrepreneur was far more intense than it had been when I was working for someone else. Working as part of a group was a really valuable lesson, and the value of tapping others where I had weaknesses was an important lesson as well. As I've gone through my career, I've periodically gone back to classmates or other experts in the field who were Tuck alumni and used them as a resource to help me move my own business along. As a working mother, being an entrepreneur has certain advantages in that you set your own schedule. But the reality is that entrepreneurs work all the time. You're fully consumed with launching your business. It is another child. And so while I had the flexibility to go on a field trip with my daughter, I was also constantly working at home. And I struggled with the divide between work and life in that I was working out of a home office. So there were, like I said, there were advantages, but there were significant disadvantages as well. I think anybody who's got an entrepreneurial bent is probably going to always have that, and that regardless of when you pursue it, it's just part of who you are. So I think depending on the strength of the idea, that should dictate when to pursue it. When I graduated from Tuck, I didn't have an idea for a business, and so then for me, it was really more important to get some experience that would help, build my resume and my skill set. So again, I think for entrepreneurs, even if you take all the coursework here and you go into a traditional role coming out, that doesn't mean that you won't someday pursue something entrepreneurial ultimately.